Hello and welcome back. This is Tron at Homegrown Audio, and today I'm going to show you two plugins that will blow your mind. First, a free synth from Eventide and Newflanged called Pendulate, which is a Buchla-inspired synth. It's awesome machine and free on the Eventide website. I left the link in the description below. And last but not least, one of the most useful tools I've ever encountered, Soothe2. It is a beautiful machine capable of smoothing out even the most resonant sounds. Stick around if you want to learn more about this. Well, this is Pendulate. Well, the oscillator is a weird one. It is based on the physics of a double pendulum. So there is a root and a chaotic leg on this pendulum. Chaos amount and chaos shape is super easy way to get good textures. Animate control detunes one side of the oscillator, so the chaos leg will get detuned. Then sync will soft sync both legs. Also, it has two sub-oscillators. The wave folder is a distortion unit modeled after Buchla 251 complex oscillator. On the right side, it has a low-pass gate, which is a combo of a VCA and a low-pass filter, also developed by Buchla. For resonance to work, you need the poles to be more than 1. It has key tracking and velocity amount on the top. On the bottom side, we have on the far left the global controls with the global modulators and all the glide controls, etc. And then the mod envelope with its 3 outputs, and then LFO with 4 outputs there. So each output on the LFO is a different wave shape. To assign any modulation, just click on the modulation and parameter you want to modulate. You can go either way, by clicking on the parameter first and then the modulation, or the other way around. It's a hell of a monophonic synth. Filter is rich and oscillators are very powerful. I'm going to try and make a squelchy one. I like this synth. It is great because it is not like any traditional synth. Now, when we're dealing with weird synths, we are dealing with weird resonance. For these little buggers, the best I found is Soothe2. This is an amazing and super useful tool. It is a resonance suppressor and it behaves more or less like a dynamic EQ or a huge multiband compressor with loads of bands. In this plugin, the bands have selective behavior, so you just select whichever band or range you want to affect, and the audio material will trigger the specific frequency within that band's range and will push it down when it is over the depth. The depth is a bit like a threshold. Altogether, it is awesome. Here on the graphic side, you select which bands you want to use, how wide or how much presence you want that band to have. It works like an equalizer, and it is acting as a kind of sidechain filter for your resonance suppressor. If you low pass or high pass the spectrum, that region will remain unaffected. Depth, as I mentioned, is like the threshold on this processor. The higher the depth, Soothe will scoop more of the resonance off. In the controls there is soft and hard mode. On soft it will work more smoothly and is generally enough for most sounds. But when you can't tame what you want on soft mode, then there is hard mode. In this mode you have much more range, but the soothing will be much more apparent, so just check that out. There is sharpness and selectivity. Sharpness will make the suppression bands thinner or wider. Selectivity will determine the amount of points to suppress. It will work either left-right or mid-side, however you prefer. And the link button gives you the option to blend the signals to the detector or use them separately on their corresponding channels. Plus, just hover over any parameter and it will give you the manual description. It is a beast and super friendly. There is attack and release that work like any compressor or dynamic processor. Now let's try it on a vocal sample. This is extracted from Rick and Morty.
Don't drop it. I'm not an idiot, Rick. I'm not gonna drop... here we go.
I will tweak the parameters, see if you notice the difference.
Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Don't drop it. I'm not an idiot, Rick. I'm not gonna drop... here we go. Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Don't drop it. I'm not an idiot, Rick. I'm not gonna drop... Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Don't drop it. I'm not... Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Don't drop it. I'm not in... Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Alright, Morty, can you, put this on the shelf? Don't drop it. I'm not an idiot, Rick. I'm not gonna drop...
I'll try a different source material. This arpeggio needs a little bit of soothing. This delta button is super useful. It will just show you what you are suppressing from the sound. So you see if you are hitting the spot. Now I'll try this on the percussion group. really does wonders there in all the percussion summing. One last squelch. Okay, finally, let's use it as a sidechain on our kick and bass. To use an effect sidechain input, you have to turn the sidechain input on the effect up here in this button. And on Soothe, there is another sidechain button here. Go to the track you want to use as the sidechain trigger. In this case, it is the kick channel. Right-click on any available send slot and select the sidechain effect you want from the drop-down menu. Well, that was all for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get more into music production or you just want to support the channel, check out the Patreon. It's full of presets and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.